Well, I was about 12 years old, and my brother, sister, and I had moved neighborhoods, raised by a single mom. Um, it wasn't the best neighborhood, wasn't the worst neighborhood, but Jeff and I had just got accepted to a magnet school because my mom didn't want us going to the local school where we were living. Um, and so what that meant was our bus stop was a lot longer walk than usual, almost a mile. But it was cool because we were in this new neighborhood, meeting some new people. And on our way to this bus stop, we see this short, little, squatty guy. His name Kevin. And Kevin was he's kind of the person that everybody loved. Extremely talented musically. He could beatbox like no other. All the girls liked him. Extremely funny. Just an instant friend. And so we hit it off. And that's what happened every morning. Kevin would come knock on my door. We'd walk to the bus stop over a mile, go to school, hang out at school when we could, and then just walk home. And then I'd get another knock on the door, and there'd be Kevin in his basketball gear, and we'd go play basketball for like 3 to 4 hours, just till the sun came down. And so that was my routine for middle school through high school. The next 6 years of my life was just hanging out with Kevin and doing life with Kevin. Well, it wasn't until high school that Kevin and a bunch of our other friends got involved in drugs and gang activity. And just things kind of went down, but we still hung out, same routine. Jeff and I were still really involved at UBC, but we loved these guys and we hated to see them, sink into this stuff, but loved them anyway. Well, we kind of drifted. Jeff and I graduated high school. We went to college, and my mom had remarried and moved to California. And like I said, we kind of drifted apart, lost touch with these guys. And it wasn't until a few years ago that my brother and I saw a picture of Kevin in the newspaper. It was in the obituary section of the newspaper. And I got to tell you that it hit me like a ton of bricks. You see, Kevin was working to support his mom, who was battling cancer, and she ultimately lost her fight. And he just kind of turned to the things that he knew or he thought would help him, and that was just drugs and the stuff. And he had multiple car accidents under the influence, and this was the wreck that finally killed him. Jeff and I went to his funeral, and one of our friends from the neighborhood, Adam, was given the eulogy, and it just pierced my heart, some of the things that he said. He pointed Jeff and I out of the whole crowd and said, "Man, I am so glad that the Gackles are here." He said that Kevin always asked about you two and was always wondering what you guys were up to. And God put a fire in my heart that day that I would no longer be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, because I had plenty opportunity. You see, I played over 3,000 hours of basketball with Kevin. I walked over 1,200 miles with Kevin. I spent 6 years of my life with Kevin, and ask me how many times I shared the hope that I had with him. 0. I never did. And so I just want to encourage you guys today, because God has put people in your life, friends in your life, that right now God is pointing out who those people are. Those friends that you love dearly, but are just far from God, or they just don't know the truth, or they're so close to taking that step, they just need a little help. God has put them next to you during this time for that specific reason, to love on them and show them how much God loves them and the extent of what God did on the cross for them. You see, God so loved the world that he gave his son, that whoever believes would not perish, have eternal separation from him, but everlasting life. And that's how much God loves us. See, and it's kind of expectant, right, of God that he would do the miracles, right? Create the universe, place the stars, that he would sculpt the Grand Canyon, part the Red Sea, right? But the most awesome thing about our God is he's so interested in being involved in the intricate details of your life. Every conversation, every relationship that he's placed in your life, solely to bring his children back to him. And so I want you guys to have that same kind of mission, that same kind of love for your friends right now, today, tomorrow when you see them, that you show them the love of God, and that would draw them closer to the truth that you could one day share with them in Jesus Christ. We love you guys. I'm praying for you. I believe in you. Thank you.